Everything except that.
That you can't. That's just one guy said, "Oh, I saw this happen."
Okay. So
I agree with you.
right. So let's go on my premise. Right. There's a lot of evidence, undeniable. And it makes sense if you read the Bible. For example, the city of Nineveh. Everyone said, "No, that was never a city, never a city." Recently, archaeologists discovered the city of Nineveh, and it had the same account that is written in the book of Jonah.
Yeah.
Right. Word for word. I mean, literally. Now, take that, and I want to suggest we add to it the prophecies which were said about Christ. The prophecies said 700 years before Jesus Christ was alive. Correct. Down to they stripped him from his robes, they beat him, they pierced him.
But devil's advocate, how do we know that those writings are authentic and didn't get changed or muddied over time to make this stuff look more accurate?
That I can't prove for you today.
Yeah.
However, I think give me enough time and I can show you the.
I have no doubt that you'll have all the answers when people are ready to ask you these questions. But if you look at how, and I'm not disputing it, but when you look at religion, you look at the things that people are willing to do for what they believe in, like Israel and Gaza right now, just killing innocents because this is what we believe. I wouldn't put it past someone to change or falsify a document to make what they're saying seem more credible.
Right. So all I'm saying at my final conclusion with what I'm getting at is, to me, the most logical thing is actually to trust in that which I can't see. The reason why is because the evidence towards it is compelling. The historical evidence, but also then the prophetical side of it. Those two things, no one can say, here's a prophecy 700 years before, and get it letter for letter.
You know a lot about Christianity. What do you know about other religions that have the same type of prophecies that you can prove?
Well, I would argue that there are no other religions that have prophecies.
But how much do you know about the other religions? You gotta be knowledgeable about them.
Well, I know this about the number one rival to Christianity is Islam. And I say rival, it's because you believe in two different gods, right? Allah versus God in the Bible, Yahweh. And the belief system is different, right? You've got the 7 pillars of Islam, you got the Sharia law.
You got
right?
That's a different type of, that's more extreme Islam.
But it's an application.
That's like saying, I shaved my head and he's a skinhead. They're two different things.
No, it's true. But let me say this.
Islam's a good religion, like it's a religion of love. But when you start mixing in like the extremist aspect of Sharia law, like that's Old Testament.
Okay,
like,
so this part of my argument in bringing that up though. Sharia law is Islam carried out as prescribed.
And do we disagree with Sharia law? Because they got some good ideas.
Well,
get in here and make me a sandwich, woman.
But
I'm joking.
Listen,
you don't seem to find this funny.
No, I get what you're saying, but my point is, if you take Christianity to its fullest extent, true Christianity,
yes,
you actually don't have crusades. I would argue that was unbiblical. All those killings, that was unjust.
I don't doubt that at all.
If you take
Islam, Catholic Church,
if you take Islam to you take it word for word and say we're going to accomplish this and we're going to make it happen on the earth, you get people killing all over the world. You do that with Christianity, you don't have that. Let me make this distinction. Let me make this distinction now between Christianity and all other religions. Every religion in the world says you do something to get to heaven. Everyone. Christianity says you can't do anything to get to heaven.
You got to accept God. You got to accept God in your life, which is doing something. But no deeds. I see what you mean.
But it's faith, not by works. Paul says we're saved. Right? Islam says do this, do this, do this, do this. Judaism, which is Christianity without Christ.
There's a ton of. Now, would you consider all the other religions to be Christianity? Like, let's say the Westminster Baptist Church, Scientology, all these offshoots of not Scientology. That's a whole different thing. Because when you talk about Islam, you get different sects of it. But when you talk about Christianity, somebody in Pakistan, when they hear Christianity, they might not know that in America we've got 19 different churches in the city that all preach a version of Christianity.
A version, yes. So the Apostle Paul would really be the captain.
I was going to say, when you said Apostle Peter, I was like, I thought Paul was in Acts, not Peter.
No, they're both.
Okay. But it's been a few years since I've read Acts.
Lots of the apostles are in Acts. But what I'm saying is, if you take Now I lost my train of thought.
Not bad.
But you're good. All I'm trying to say in the end is
Christianity doesn't require an act of service to get into heaven, versus other religions do.
it's not here. You've proven yourself. Now you get to go to heaven. That's